Okay, I have another daily dose of your SAT questions. This is a system of equations we're looking to solve for the options that we have to choose from. So I'm going to actually do that over here. So what we're going to do is, to me, the easiest way to do this system of equations is to get that x, the first equation by itself, by doing a simple substitution method. In this, again, it's not the only way you can do this, but this is definitely probably, I think, the easiest way. So what I'm going to do is just over here, rewrite that first equation and get that x alone by dividing everything by -2. Now that's going to allow that x to be all by its lonesome and get substituted into the other equation to solve for our y and get everything going. So 4 divided by -2 is -2y, and then this is going to be -3. So we're going to take this portion right here, and we're going to plug it in right about there and solve for y. So we're going to have 2. I'm going to just do the distribution here in this step. 2 times 2y is 4y. 2 times 3 is 6. And then here, I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. So we're going to need to do distribution in a minute, but we're going to plug in that -2y minus 3 in where that x is, and then we're going to do -5. All right, we are going to distribute here, not distribute. All right, and then we're going to get that 4y plus 6 over here. We're going to do the 3 times -2y, which is -6y. 3 times -3, which is -9, minus 5. We'll combine those like terms here, leaving me with 4y plus 6 equals -6y. And then this is going to be -14. Now we've got some decisions to make. I like to keep my y's positive, so I'm going to add 6y on both sides. I always like to have variables positive whenever possible. Then you add these together, getting 10y plus 6. And then over here, all that's left is -14. Now that is going to make that -6, or that -6 come over here as a negative, but that's okay. Not a problem. Negatives are sometimes inevitable. And then over here, we're going to combine those, and that's going to give me -20. Opposite operation, divide both sides by that 10, leaving me with y is equal to -20 divided by 10, which is -2. So we now know what the y is, and y is a -2. Now we can choose, I'm going to do the top equation. I think it's easier. You pick whichever one makes the most sense for you. But I'm just going to replace and substitute in to the first equation, so -2x. And you always take the originals. You got 4y plus 6, so we're going to replace that 4y with 4 times that -2, because -2 is the y value. And if anything on this is getting tricky, you're welcome to go ahead and looking at any of the systems of equations that I have in my videos, playlist, if you need to look at more. This distributes to be -8 plus 6. Combine like terms here, -2x is equal to -2. Divide both sides by that -2 to get the x alone, and you got x is equal to a +1. So my equation, or my answers, are 1 for my x, -2 for my y, and that, my friends, is the finalized answer right there. And when I look at the options, I see that our choice for that is B. So B would be the correct answer. And if you'd like more of these, you can take these, follow more in the substitution method, the systems of equations elimination method if you need more help with that. But this will be located in my SAT and ACT playlist on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow me at YouWantAlgebra for more. Like, share, and follow to share all your friends and let them know about me.